Today's video is all about the starter lock do's and don'ts on your lock journey. Now, when I was first starting out, I always used to look for these kind of videos, so I always find these kind of videos helpful. First, we can start off with the don'ts first. Don't wash too soon. This is extremely important on your first 3 months of your lock journey. It is important to wash gently when starting out because you don't want to unravel your starter lock. Let your hair form. Let your hair go through the process. Let your hair breathe. This not only protects your hair, but it also helps you to avoid product buildup at such an early stage. When I first started my starter locks and I finally did my first wash, I washed my hair. Some did unravel. However, I just used my little finger and I twanged the little coils back in. If you all know, I'll put a picture right here. Your girl started off very short, so she knows what she's talking about. It's very easy to unravel when you're starting off short versus when you're starting off long. And your girl got fussy hair, so y'all already know what time it is when it comes to fussy hair. Next point. When you're first starting your starter locks, you do not want to use heavy product. As you see, I've touched briefly on it just now, but we're gonna get a little deeper. Your lock's supposed to feel as light and as fluffy and as movable as possible. If your locks feel very heavy at such an early stage, that means you're using heavy product. Since to say this, watch out for the beeswax. I hope ain't nobody still using beeswax in 2023. Watch out for beeswax. Watch out for them lock gels, and watch out for heavy oils. One thing with me, if I go into somebody, I can peep over, I can do the little peep to see what products they put in my hair and Google look, see what inside these products that people are putting into your hair. And if you're doing it yourself, Google. Make sure do your research to see if these products are healthy for your hair, because trust me, you don't want product build up. It's very hard to get out. I only use oil and water. My go-to is rosemary water and Jamaican black castor oil. They're my go-to. Another don't on your starter lock journey is do not retwist too often. Now, this is a touchy subject because I notice plenty of people love to style their locks, but they expect their locks to look neat right away. Now, this touchy for me because your girl started off very short, and I talking short. And when I did my first retwist, I was literally, I think 2 to 3 months in when I did my first retwist. I'll put a picture right there so y'all can see. Your girl start off in the trenches, okay? But please allow your locks to thicken. Allow your locks to at least start a little button before you retwist your hair. Me personally, they say every 4 weeks you should retwist your hair, which is perfect and fine. But as for me, I normally give it time. I normally retwist every 5 to 6 weeks. That's just my personal preference, and I let it do what it do. My next don't is avoid tight styling. If you see your hair bulging up, it is too tight. If you feel your hair pulling, it is too tight. If you feel the least bit of tension on your hair, it is too tight. Even this style right here, this 2-strand twist, if I leave this in too long, I tend to notice I will have breakage later down the line. The rubber bands to the end gives breakage later down the line. There is no such thing as a very low maintenance style other than leaving it out. Leave your hair out, let it do what it do. That's the best style you can have. But if you do get styles, just wear it for a little week or 2 and let your hair breathe after that. Don't keep these styles in too long, because trust me, you might see the damage right then and there, but you will see the damage later on. Trust me, I've been there. Y'all know my journey is all on my channel. Make sure y'all watch. Let's get into the do's of our starter lock. Tie your hair on at night. Avoid lint at all costs. Trust me, with locks, lint is literally everywhere. Lint is on the pillow, lint is on the clothes, shoots, things flying in the air, lint. Like, it's so much lint everywhere. Like, I get sick of it sometimes. Avoid lint at all costs, and you really want to avoid it when you're going to sleep. Use a satin pillow. If you don't like tying your hair down, get a bonnet. My bonnet never fall. If I don't have a bonnet, I'll use a stocking and make my own bonnet. If you know, you know. Use something to tie your hair down, because trust me, you don't want no lint. it's not a good look. Lint is very hard to get out, and also tying your hair down also prevents breakage in the long run. It keeps your style nice and neat. It holds your hair intact. Like, it's so much things. It seals in your moist at night a little bit. Tie your hair down at night, okay? This is why creating a lock routine is so important, because you know, once you start a routine and you in that routine, it's very hard to break out of that routine once you've done get accustomed to that routine. So build yourself some sort of lock routine. Another do is to find products that works for you. Now, we all know this can take a long time. As for me, it took 2 years for me to find the right products that work for me. I have 4C here, but ask your loctician, search people with your same hair type, find the right products that works for you, because everybody hair is different. Find your moisturizing oil, something to keep your hair nice and oily and shiny. As for me, like I say, rosemary water, Jamaican black castor oil is my go-to oils. So I encourage you to, you know, find an oil and make sure it's extremely healthy. Stay away from thick oils, because that tend to do long down. I did talk about the wash in the do, but I'm going to talk about the wash in the do. More than likely, if you go to a loctician and they know what they're doing, they're going to wash your hair with nice care. But if you are a DIY person and who are starting your locks yourself, I recommend using a cap to wash your starter locks. It is so much easier. It helps avoid unraveling if you have to wash your locks that bad. Like, you know, some people, like, they just have to wash their locks that bad. You can use a cap over your head and just scrub, you know, get the sand out, get a little bit of dirt out, and you'll be good to go. Another do for starter locks is to separate your roots. You have to separate your roots, because it will make the retwist process so much easier. If you have locks, or if you get your hair retwisted before, you don't know, that separating process hurts. That pulling, that hurts. That little picking out, that hurts. You don't want your hair to get matted. You don't want none of that. So separate your roots. Take your hand, you know, just separate it as usual. I always do this when my hair is old or just come with a style. I keep separating it because it avoids a lot of pain. Not pain, but you know what I mean. That little pluck, but they plucking out, it avoids a lot of that from plucking out into our next lock. We want to be as comfortable as possible, so separate. Another do is, if you're into styling, get a low maintenance style. Low maintenance styles does keep your hair intact. I ain't gonna lie, I had a few of them. If you need some recommendations on some styles, I will link it to the top, that styles that I use. But get a low maintenance style, something that's not too tight, something that's easy to work with. Also helps with you picking on your locks. If you're a picker like me, like I used to pick at the bottom of my locks, it also helps you to keep your hand. Another do is to embrace your starter lock journey. Like, you're just starting, just know, listen, any journey you go on is not going to be easy. There is going to be challenges in life. There's going to be challenges in your hair. There's going to be challenges with your products. Like, no journey is perfect. Like, we all have some kind of problem in the long run. You just want to embrace it, because I ain't gonna lie, me, I miss my starter lock journey. Like, if I could go back, I would, because the longer your hair get, I feel like the more it is to maintain. You have to love every day, not just the neat days. You want to love every day of your lock journey. That is the end of starter lock do's and don'ts. If you have any tips, or if you're just starting out on your lock journey, drop a comment down below. I will be happy to help. Also, if you're somebody who is on your lock journey and you want to share some tips, drop it down below in the comments. You may help somebody else. So thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy beauty and lock content.